Hey there, everyone. We got a lot to talk about today. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate all the likes and subscribes and the shares and all that support. We're going to talk about a free Trader Pro alert system promo because I want everybody to try it for free that has not done so yet. We're going to go over the charts. We're going to talk about back burners. We're going to talk about recognizing rotation. We're going to talk about the bigger picture of what we're looking for in the crypto space over the next couple of months. And then I'll wrap it up with some trade review, a couple trades I made over the weekend, and then take some requests. So we'll get started here in just one more minute, 1 p.m. on the dot. Also going to be talking correlations. There's our friendly correlation with the NASDAQ and S&P 500 in play again today. Where's everybody tuning in from? Estonia. All right, I'm going to make my face real tiny real quick. So those of you that know me, know that I am a trader, I'm not a salesman, and I don't like sales, and I don't like promoting. But my favorite kind of promotion that I will talk about all the time is free. And the best case scenario is you all try the alert system that I'm going to talk about real quick here. You try it for free, it makes you money, and you then use the money that you made to continue the subscription when it's no longer free. And if it doesn't make you money and it doesn't help you, then you cancel before your month is up and no harm done. That's my kind of promo. I love it. So that is what we're looking to do here. If you have not tried the alert system or if you've only tried the free version, discount code free trial, try and remember that, is what to use here. And again, we've been working on this alert system for over 3 years at this point, and I really think it's a good tool. I'm a little bit biased, but just to go over it real quick, traderpro.com, so TRADRPRO.com. And you got to put in a little bit of time to be able to understand how to use this tool. So when you first sign up, one of the first places to go would be on your dashboard here. Go to the knowledge base, and pretty much any question that you will have is entered here, just in terms of how to use this system, how to set up the alerts to your phone, what kind of alerts you want to set up. You can then go to indicators and see the alerts that we have. So what is a super stack alert? You click it. There's a video of me describing what it is. There's some text about what it is. And the ideal scenario here is getting alerted to setups when we are not at the computer. And I'm at the computer all the time, so I don't use this alert system often, but I know a lot of people have jobs or, Toby, who helped significantly work on this project, he had a great story of being in line at the grocery store and getting an alert and paying for his groceries, playing an oversold bounce. So I love that story. And check it out, traderpro.com. Some examples recently, the way we're going to be using it in this current market environment are going to be back burner bounces. So I talk about back burners all the time, and back burners are one of the indicators that we have here. And so just some examples. Recently, we had Ethereum, the 15-minute. Last time we saw oversold conditions, that was your best entry opportunity over the last 3 days. And we then saw a nice continuation from there. And we had VET, these little 5-minute oversold back burners. They didn't mark the bottom, but they were nice indicators to scale in a little bit, and they got significant follow through to the upside. So this is what the interface looks like, and you change the alerts over here, and you got all the different coins and all the different exchanges. So just as an example real quick, if I pull up Bitcoin on Coinbase, and I can look at all these different time frames. I can look at inside bar breaks. When did we see those? I can look at overbought and oversold climaxes, super stack alerts. So play around with it. See if it helps you. If it does, keep using it. And if it doesn't, stop using it. TRADRPRO.com. All right. Promo done. Free stuff. So let's now talk about charts. Why we're here. So the chart to be watching the broader stock market, again, I always want to just give you one chart. I'm watching 8 charts whenever I'm watching the broader market, but I want to simplify it to you. And the chart for you to be watching to start this week for the broader market is the NASDAQ futures chart, NAS 100 USD on the 1 hour time frame, and this rising wedge. And this is worth watching. And I drew this before trading today. We rejected from resistance and we bounced off support, and it helped me make money in both directions. So that is my guide. And we're watching very closely because there's definitely still correlation going on. Granted, Bitcoin, bull break over the weekend, bulls in complete control, absolutely. But once the bell rings, things change. And we can see the bell ring here. We saw 25 minutes of upside on the NASDAQ, little 15-minute tightening range into a bear break. And you look at Bitcoin here, and we can see pretty much the same thing. We had the 25-minute bull move, and we're seeing some bullish correlation, but we're getting dragged down. Here's the high at 1125, and we dropped down for about an hour. And if we look at the NASDAQ, where do we top out? A little bit after 1125. Here's 1125, and the drop down to the new low of the day on the NASDAQ pulled down Bitcoin. So I would say Bitcoin has a bullish correlation with the broader market, but it is being impacted. It's not immune to what the broader market is doing. So big picture, Bitcoin made a very notable break, and that's why our promo is going on right now, because I feel that this is a nice bullish environment where these back burner alerts can help us make some profit and pay for the Trader Pro system. So Bitcoin daily time frame, very nice break of these resistances. And we could get the feeling over the weekend that it was just building up for the bull break. I gained a lot of confidence. You know, when VeChain exploded 40% in 2 days, and then you got this coin running and this coin running, that continued to increase probabilities. Bitcoin's going to break bullish here. And so I did grab some altcoin positions, which I'll talk about in just a bit. But we're in a market environment right now where obviously the bulls are in control. We're in an uptrend on every single time frame for Bitcoin, every single time frame, which has not happened in a while. So that's a great sign. And again, as I've been saying recently, bears had a reason. You know, they had justification, and money on the sideline had justification as long as the double top just under 46,000 was resistance. And that justification is now gone. So the only bear scenario from here is a monthly lower high. And I am going to be watching out for this possibility because it is a potential head and shoulders pattern. So if we fail the all-time high and then roll over and break 32.9, it's going to be a big red flag for me in the crypto space. Granted, that's a lot of ifs. That's a lot that has to turn around. And in my opinion, we would need a lot of stock market weakness for that to happen as well. But again, I'm a bull. I've got only bull positions, but I'm going to be putting my bear glasses on constantly to be looking for red flags that tell me, be cautious, things are shifting, things are changing. The last thing I want to do is be in a groupthink environment on crypto Twitter with everybody pumped and slapping each other on the back and miss signals that are red flags. So I will constantly be looking for information that's going to negate my bullish thesis. So on the current bounce, the retracement size still has work to do, where from the all-time high, we set our monthly high or low, and our retracement is now over 382, so that's great, but we want 50% plus at least, and that 50% level is at 51,000. Another scenario, there's only 3 ways this is going to play out. The 3 ways are V-shape, new all-time high. Head and shoulders confirmed, monthly downtrend confirmed. If the monthly downtrend confirms, we are then going to be in a monthly, or we're going to be in a downtrend on every single time frame. That has not happened in a very long time. So we're obviously going to be watching for that. And then the third scenario is a bounce into a monthly lower high, then a higher low, and we just tighten up into the middle of the year. And that is possible as well. I felt that that was the most likely scenario back here, which we did not get. We got the V-shape to the all-time high. But I'm still watching very closely for that to potentially play out again. Tightening monthly range is on the table, but we're not even going to consider a monthly lower high until we lose the daily uptrend. And we're not going to lose the daily uptrend anytime soon, because next time we consolidate, we know we have tons of space for a higher low. So the daily uptrend is going to be our guide. When it is lost, that is the first baby indication this might be our monthly lower high. But not even going to worry about it as long as we're in an uptrend and seeing strength. We're in a stair-step bull pattern with a higher low every single day for the last 7 days in a row. That can be a short-term guide that we're looking at. We've also got the 4-hour uptrend, have not consolidated since the breakout yesterday. So we know 4-hour consolidation is going to be inevitable. just a question of when. We've been in an hourly uptrend. The best thing that happened on this break to give us confidence is, one, the break, obviously, the amount of follow through that we saw. We held the gains. We traded sideways and then continuation. And number 4, the altcoin bulls are seeing the rotation going on. Because again, when you see strength in the crypto space, you see confidence go everywhere. And it's a rotation game where, okay, Bitcoin takes a turn, then it trades sideways. Profits go into the altcoins. These altcoin groups run. Then they fade a little bit. And then this group that hasn't run, they then run. So it's important to group them into different categories. You know, you got your metaverse names and you've got your Dogecoin and SHIB section, whatever you want to call those. Well, I can't swear. And then you've got the 3 musketeers that I've been talking about. I don't think there's any fundamental relationship between ADA, VET, and SOL, aside from the technical setups that they've been seeing. And I don't even know what they do. I don't know what VeChain does. I have no idea and I don't care. But we were able to see a bullish setup developing over the last 2 weeks, and we're going to check in on those names here in just a moment. But as far as I'm concerned right now, there's a 15-minute uptrend or a 15-minute channel on Bitcoin that's my short-term guide here, where we bounced off it a couple times and resistance, rejections here. So keeping an eye on this as my short-term guide, and when this breaks bear, we will be looking for 4-hour consolidation. If it breaks bull, that is a big vote of confidence. And again, just another point in how the broader market relates to crypto. Crypto helped me go bullish the broader stock market over the last 2 weeks and do really well as a bull. And the reason was we traded within this equilibrium. The stock market dropped to lower lows with no follow through. Bitcoin never did. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, well, our highest risk asset class is building a base of support and holding really well. And that was just a little puzzle piece that helped me with the broader market. So crypto markets often help me trade the broader market and vice versa. And we're going to constantly be watching the relationship between the two. But again, the fact that the Bitcoin broke bull over the weekend continues to give me a bull lean in the broader stock market as well. So Bitcoin's heading back up towards the highs. The hourly uptrend is our short-term guide, and bulls have absolute complete control. We did see first 5-minute oversold conditions already, and what happened? It marked an hourly higher low. That is the best case scenario. We want 5-minute oversold, write this down. We want 5-minute oversold to mark our hourly higher lows. We want 15-minute oversold to mark our 4-hour higher lows. We want hourly oversold to mark our daily higher lows. You cannot have a stronger uptrend than when that is taking place. It tells you that bulls are buying dips hand over fist and demand is remaining higher than supply. And we've seen it in the broader stock market a couple of times here. Look at NVDA. So NVDA starts off the low with a massive V-shaped bounce. Guess what happened right here for this daily bull flag? We dipped into hourly oversold. It marked the daily higher low. We confirmed the bull flag. Guess what Amazon did? Guess what this was right here? This was an hourly first oversold conditions after a massive bull move, confirming a daily bull flag. So we're seeing it in the stock market in multiple places, and we're seeing it on shorter term timeframes in crypto, and we want that to continue. And again, that's where the Trader Pro alert system comes in as we look for back burner bounces now that we are in a bull market and we are getting some notable follow through. And for those of you that have been trading over the last 8 months, for me personally, the run up to all-time highs, the vast majority of the money that I was making was just back burner bounces. I was buying the 5-minute oversold. I was buying the hourly oversold. There's no chasing. There's no FOMO. I wait for the trade to come to me. It's very clearly defined, and that worked extremely well. And so I'm hoping that this environment is going to continue, and we're just kicking off another leg of that same environment that we saw back from essentially, when was this? Summer of 2021 into the new year. What I'm also liking what I'm seeing is, again, the fact when Bitcoin traded sideways on the hourly here after its breakout, the dominance chart dropped bearish. It's a loud plane. It's a very low plane. So the dominance chart dropped bearish. So what does that mean is happening? It means Bitcoin is trading sideways. That is not a normal plane. Giant shadow just went over the house. I think we'll be all right. So Bitcoin trading sideways, dominance chart drops down. That means while Bitcoin is sideways, altcoins are playing catch up. So in the environment that we saw on Bitcoin, where we ran up to all-time highs, we were seeing that constantly with altcoins leading the way up. Bitcoin makes a bull move, altcoins leapfrog it with bigger moves. And it's just an example of confidence and strength in the cryptocurrency space where, again, everybody's just throwing money around. And I felt it to a degree over the weekend. I was much more confident buying ADA and SOL because of what other coins were doing. And confidence, just like fear, is contagious. And we are seeing that confidence seep out into all corners of the crypto space right now. So that's a good sign. I want to see the dominance chart weak. We know we're in a long-term tightening range on this dominance chart. We know that we just set a weekly lower high at 44, and now we're scouting a weekly higher low. I don't want to see this be a bull flag. I don't want to see that happen. If it happens, it doesn't mean it's the end of the bull run. It's not a huge red flag. But again, what I'm looking for is the most clear scenario for me as a trader. And that means dominance, weakness, cryptocurrency as a whole, strength. So I hope that we see continued daily downtrend. I want to see a bear break here, break 42, 43, keep this weekly consolidation. Just cut out there for a second. We're back. So I want to see this weekly consolidation continue for a more significant pullback here. So that's key for me. And again, that would just show me continued confidence and people throwing in money to these altcoins, which is what I want to see. So now let's talk a bit about rotation. Actually, we'll do Ethereum first, then we'll talk rotation. So Ethereum is leading the way as well. Ethereum broke resistance levels before Bitcoin did, and significant follow through on those bull breaks. 32.85. And so now we're looking at 34.20 as the next resistance level that we are approaching. We know the weekly bull break happened first. Again, Ethereum, we can set a monthly lower high. So we're not going to just get in blind bull mode. We're going to remain cautious, and we're going to remain watching and observing for clues that there's red flags, because right now there are no red flags, but we're not going to get blind to this. So bounce retracement size is more significant than Bitcoin at this point. Daily, tons of space for a higher low, stair-step pattern, 8 days in a row, higher low every single day. The increasing bull volume on the moves up, great. Everything looks great. So no red flags whatsoever. Plenty of space for a 4-hour higher low. Hourly uptrend is our guide. EMA 12 is our guide. Potentially tightening range right now. If we fail to break the current high of 34.02, my exposure right now, just for full disclosure, is I've got a Bitcoin and Ethereum swing. I forget from how long ago, maybe a week and a half, something like that, maybe 2 weeks. And now I've got Sol and ADA. So those are my positions in addition to long-term no-touch positions. But these are now my swing positions for the monthly higher low. And no plan to sell Ethereum anytime soon. I did sell a portion. Forget where I saw a red flag, maybe a week ago. But it was just enough for me to say, okay, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. I've got a lot of long stock exposure, taking a little bit of Ethereum off. I exited 25% of that swing, but no more selling Ethereum until there are red flags on the daily time frame for me. ETH BTC really wants to break this range bull. This is the daily time frame, and we've been range bound for the last 7 days. And so it's a good sign that the Ethereum bulls are showing so much strength, because the BTC pairing is not even. I mean, look at all these resistances. It's just a triple top here, 72, 72, 718. And if we see another leg up over those levels, that's when Ethereum can really turn on the juice as far as seeing, the real significant follow through. But that would give us a monthly higher low on the BTC pairing, which we don't have yet. So trying to hold EMA 12, trying to set a monthly higher low, but we have to break over this triple top range for that to take place. So that's something we're watching over the next couple of days. Can Ethereum then break this bull move? Best case scenario, maybe Bitcoin sees 4-hour consolidation, Ethereum sees 4-hour consolidation as well, and then Ethereum confirms continuation first. ETH BTC breaks these levels bull, and that would be a good sign, because I know if that happens, I know the Bitcoin dominance chart is dropping back down towards its recent lows and continuing that weekly consolidation. So now let's talk rotation. Again, these names run in groups, and it's almost like, Luna was the star of the show and Atom was the star of the show along with Luna. So I view them as a pairing. Of course, we got, mana and sand. We view them as a pairing. And now I'm currently, over the last 2 weeks, viewing ADA, SOL, and VET as a grouping. I'm just calling them the Three Musketeers. Only reason being there's 3 of them, and it's just a way that I can just say that and you can know exactly who I'm talking about. So just giving them a label so I don't have to continue to describe who I'm talking about each time. But they all had the same technical setup, finding a bottom. They were bearish for months, 4+ months. They were out of the spotlight, no attention, lead bears. And so we were watching Luna and all these names, lead bulls running, and these names lead bears. Okay, well, let's see if these lead bears can shift momentum. And the first to do it for me was ADA. This 2-day bull move right here said, okay, we need to be paying attention to these names because they are shifting prolonged downtrends. And again, knowing nothing about the fundamentals, I can tell you a sentence about all of these names, not even anything on VET. It has nothing to do with the fundamentals. It was the technical setup and the BTC pairings. Again, I stress those all the times, but what the BTC pairings have done for me in terms of knowing where to focus my attention on names that are fading in their strength and now we're looking bearish, and names that are building strength and we're looking bullish, and knowing which coins to be looking at, it has been a game changer for me. So I can't remember the last time I had an ADA position. It's been a very long time, but the BTC pairing shaping up, and these are Adam and Eve reversal patterns, which I'm sure you've been hearing about on social media now, but when they were building this base here, this is when we started getting interested. And so this bull move took place on ADA, and that was on March 22nd and 23rd. Then VET went next, and it went on the 26th and 27th. So again, it's just observing the grouping. And so from that observation yesterday, said VET, very impressive. Watching ADA and SOL close because they all had similar setups. ADA led, VET followed. Sol has yet to do anything. So I am watching Sol very, very closely for it to make its move and have its turn. And so the last 2 days, Sol has been leading the Three Musketeers. So everybody's had their turn now. And I grabbed Sol yesterday on this daily, or 2 days ago, whenever it was, on this daily inside bar to look for it to be the laggard. And again, it's just, when you're in a bear environment, I would not make that entry because it's just under resistance and the bulls still have proving to do. But when you're in the confidence, contagious environment, it's just a much higher probability. There was a much higher probability that Sol would follow because of what we saw the peers do. So I currently have, we'll go over my exact entries at the end here. Let's do some analysis first. So where do we stand now? ADA, USD, we've got a clear 4-hour uptrend here as well, but not nearly as strong on the last 5 hours. We're consolidating here. So you show me this chart on its own, and I say there's no red flags. We're looking for an hourly high or low with EMA 12 support. But if you show me what Bitcoin's been doing over the last 5 hours, then that shifts my perspective a bit and say, okay, we are clearly showing weakness comparative to Bitcoin. And ADA BTC is showing us that with this current drop. So it's a little bit of a red flag. It's enough for me to be cautious here because if this move is going to see notable follow through, this ADA BTC daily bull flag must confirm. And the way we're shaping up right now, we just had a 12-hour equilibrium break bull, but again, we're lacking follow through. So I'm going to be a little bit closer to exiting ADA if this BTC pairing does not shape up. And again, I need this daily bull flag to confirm to see continued strength comparative to Bitcoin. Because if this chart's going to drop, if ADA BTC breaks this support level, that tells me that my money was better spent being in Bitcoin than it was being in ADA. So this is a must-hold level for me of 24.36 as we watch for ADA to try and gain strength again. Again, we just need another leg up. We need that wave to shift back, and we might not get that until we see 4-hour consolidation in Bitcoin. So VET, monster move, but we saw it fading. Why is VET fading? We just had a monster move. So in this current market environment, after something makes a monster move, we watch for signs that it is weakening because we know that profit wants to go elsewhere. You just made 40% in 2 days. Look at this coin that hasn't run yet, and now we're in a bullish market environment, and SOL is now going 10%. So That is the mindset of a lot of traders in this current market environment. And we could see, where was it? So just as an example from earlier today, I'll go over what all these are, but the one at the bottom here this morning, watching VET pairings for sign of the spotlight fading. So weakness comparative to Bitcoin. After a significant bullish weekend, and we watch for profits to rotate into names that have not run up much, and the USDT pairing bull breaks lack follow through. So this bull break, this was at 6:30 a.m., so I'm right here is when I'm writing this. This bull break lacked follow through, and so that tells me keep an eye out for a rising wedge. But at that point in time, the BTC pairing was not breaking to a higher high. And we're right here when I was writing that. So from there, we've seen Bitcoin go up. We've seen other altcoins go up. We've seen VET go down. Why is it going down? It was a lead bull. Rotation. Rotation, rotation, rotation. Again, on its own, no major red flags on the VET chart. We're going to be watching for the potential of a 4-hour head and shoulders. So if we do hold this support of 7 cents, we have to be cautious of a lower high and lower low. But what this information gives us, and watching these pairings and watching for the rotation, it tells us when to be taking profits. And it also tells us, maybe I want to hedge. If I'm an aggressive bear, okay, I'm long SOL and ADA, but maybe I want to short VET just in case we see some weakness in the crypto space. My VET short will go up. But again, it has to be the BTC pairing showing us that weakness, which it did. Look at the 4-hour comparison here. So here's the VET USD bull break to a 4-hour higher high, lacking follow through. That's a US dollar pairing. Higher high on the 4-hour, lacking follow through. The BTC pairing did not break. That's your red flag. If you're going to have the ideal scenario, and if it's going to be in the spotlight, that would have been a 4-hour bull break as well. Anytime the BTC pairing is not doing tick for tick what the US dollar pairing is doing on an uptrend, that's your first sign of a shift in momentum. So now we got a BTC pairing 4-hour equilibrium to be watching if we can hold support here, and how that breaks will be very key. But there was a clue. There was a clue this morning. I don't know how many hours ago that is now, 8 hours ago, that showed us some relative weakness. And again, SOL BTC, these daily inside bars, that was a big reason for me making my entry. So yesterday, I will be grabbing SOL on hourly consolidation here. 21 hours ago, it was very brief hourly consolidation, but it was right here. And I knew I wanted SOL. It was right after making that Twitter post saying, watch SOL to be the laggard here out of the Three Musketeers. And so I entered at 101.19. Hard to imagine Bitcoin fails resistance here with the alt strength we're seeing this weekend, is essentially what I said. And that was yesterday, Sunday. And so I made a first entry, 101.19. This is on Coinbase. No, it must have been 102. 102.19. And I would have entered a second position if we drop back down. I was playing off 98.82. This was pretty much my anti-FOMO entry because that's hardly any hourly consolidation. But I just wanted a piece. Give me something. And then if we keep pulling back, I'll make another entry to scale in. But we've now got a strong move up. And we've got what I have to see, this is a very key test here. These resistance levels must break. If it breaks, SOL's going to get its big hard move, just like VET got. Maybe not the same move, but can't see that kind of move without this BTC pairing break. And again, look at the VET BTC pairing. We cleared all levels from the last month plus on that 2-day move. And SOL is not doing that yet. But if we clear these many tops in this little resistance line, then it can see that same kind of move. So that's what I want. That's why I have a position in SOL, is I'm looking for that big move up. We're looking for this monthly higher low on SOL. EMA 12 support is being tested. This is SOL BTC. SOL USD is doing the same thing. EMA, well, there's no EMA 12, but trying for the monthly higher low. It's not set yet. Ethereum's monthly higher low is set. Bitcoin's monthly higher low is set. Tesla's monthly higher low is set. Is SOL going to follow? I think it is. I think it's going to be a laggard, but I must see this SOL BTC range break bull if we're going to get that kind of confidence and follow through. All right. Other than that, I guess I didn't go over my ADA entry. That was a few days ago. But it was the same thing, watching for ADA and SOL to try and follow lead bull VET of the Three Musketeers, grabbing some ADA. So I want to go over this. So I grabbed ADA and I put a stop under 111 because I was about to be away from the computer for 10 hours or so. So I have to have protection. And that was during a 12-hour tightening range. So it was here. So we had this range and I grabbed some maybe 114s. Or did I say one? No, I grabbed 114. I put my stop under 111. So back at that point in time, this was 111. And this is why I was using this level, because it was a clearly established support. And I entered on the bull break here of 114.2. And it was a bit early of an entry. But I placed my stop loss and I went out for the night and I came back and I saw the pattern that was developing. I said, well, this is just a 12-hour equilibrium. I don't want to stop out at 111 anymore. So I got back that morning. I'm not stopping out at 111. I'm looking for the 12-hour high or low in the equilibrium, and I'm going to potentially add, because at that point in time, we were crushed on the 15-minute RSI. And so I did add here. Granted, I bought in at 110.6, and I sold for a 1% bounce fairly quickly, because again, I was leaving the computer, and on my weekends, I'm trading much less than I used to. So I just took the quick little bounce for a 1% gain. But what that did is it dropped my cost basis of my core position from the previous day from 114 down to 113. So now I'm really comfortable. I'm just hovering around break even. I'm looking for this 12-hour high or low. And so we then got followed through into the continuation and now up a solid almost 10%. But the point is I changed my game plan with the additional information. And that's okay to do. Normally, you would think you establish your game plan in advance. You don't want to change it. But it's the kind of change where me pulling my stop at 111, it still wasn't a day loser at that point. So it's not like I'm just pulling my stop loss and then just averaging down, and now out of complete control of the game plan and just blown in the wind in terms of at the mercy of price movement. It was, okay, I can move my stop at 111 and play off of 107, which is the 12-hour support level that's key. And yes, it will be a bigger loss if I stop out at that level, but it's still an acceptable size. So that's the key is the loss still acceptable? Because I'll often, set my stop at a small loss or a break even, but if the setup changes and it becomes more clear on a different time frame, I will adjust that trading game plan. So the entries that we're looking for from here, patiently, if you're not in any positions, you're not making bull entries at this point, because Bitcoin is potentially forming, well, I won't call it a rising wedge because again, it's this 15-minute channel, but I would be looking for 4-hour consolidation for the next entry, and I'd be patiently waiting for the trade to come to me. And maybe that means I have to wait another day or two. But if I want high probability, and if I want probabilities in my favor, I'm going to be waiting for 15-minute oversold conditions, scouting an hourly high or low. I'll be watching the 15-minute oversold backburners, just like Ethereum got a real good signal the last time we hit 15-minute oversold conditions. And so I'll be watching that on all the coins that I want to follow. So for me personally, probably not going to be adding a whole bunch unless, again, I've got solid positions at this point. So maybe for day trades, but in terms of if I'm going to add any swing positions, I'll be waiting for hourly oversold so that I know that that's my next go-to. And I'll be watching, I don't know what coins I'm going to be focused on because maybe Mana and Sand start to wake up, which they have not done in a while. Mana BTC isn't showing us anything, but look at it leveling out and tightening up. So oftentimes we see these weak BTC pairings tighten up or build a base of support and then have that 2-day monster move where the US dollar pairing goes 10% over that period of time. So keep an eye on BTC pairing shifting from weakness into strength. Keep an eye on rotation for when BTC pairing start to show us weakness on a coin that previously had a big bull move. And let's have some fun trading a bullish crypto environment, keeping an eye on the broader stock market. But again, I am a bull in the broader stock market until the bears give me a reason not to be. And they just have not given me a reason the last 2 weeks. The best case for the cryptocurrency space is if SPY is a 2-month bull flag, and it is absolutely possible we can be seeing all-time highs in the stock market over the next couple of months, it's absolutely on the table for me. And obviously that would increase probabilities that Bitcoin can hit an all-time high as well, considerably, if SPY can do it. And I know 2 weeks ago that would be crazy to say, but here we are, $26 from all-time highs, and here we are, $42 above our fear lows. So it's going to take a while. Bulls have proving to do, but they've got short-term control. That much is clear. All right. I'm reading the chat room now. What coins do you want to look at? What questions do you have to ask me? Sand BTC, out of curiosity. It's tightening up as well. I've been watching this on Sand for a long time. So if we do reject from this downtrending resistance, it's just another weekly lower high. It could take a few weeks if we are unable to get over this downtrending resistance line. That's a bigger picture one to be watching on Sand as we scout a monthly higher low. And again, that's the BTC pairing. Everybody's going to get a turn. As long as there's no big drops out of nowhere. And again, when I'm thinking risk on in the market environment, look at GME. Look at the Reddit names, AMC. We have a risk on market environment where people are just throwing money at the wall again. These names are up over 100% in the last 2 weeks. The cannabis space had a mini short squeeze. So we are in a risk on environment. We're going straight from fear to risk on. And it's just a question of how long is this risk on going to last for? My RSI setting is just the standard one. I don't even know. Did I just choose RSI and the period is 14? So it's as simple as it can get. Nothing complex about my RSI at all. AVAX, what's the BTC pairing doing? Trying to set a daily high or low, double top, very clear, and I'll be scouting a daily lower high to be the result of this bounce. Lots of space for it. Bulls are going to have to regain a higher low and higher high to try and make our way back to this double top resistance, in my opinion. So nice bounce over the last day, but a lot of space for that daily lower high. Don't have a free chat room for discussion. We've got our paid community, 1,000 traders or so. Just give you a quick glimpse there. So trader, we got our altcoin room, and we've got our Bitcoin and Ethereum room, and we've got commodities and futures and marijuana sector and international markets and Reddit stocks and all that. There's always something going on, 24/7, 365, but no free chat room at this point. I lost YouTube. There we go. Luna just made a nice move today. I'm watching Luna. Luna's definitely within striking distance of all-time highs here. Nice daily higher low and higher high, regaining the uptrend. But Luna BTC, I'm watching this. I'm watching this falling wedge-like pattern. You can watch it on the 12-hour. So this needs to break bull and set a weekly higher low for Luna to get its new all-time high bull move, in my opinion. And again, we're just watching for rotation. Luna was the lead bull for a very long time. It fell out of favor when the BTC pairing showed us weakness 2 weeks ago. And now we're looking for it to return back to favor because, again, profits are going to be over here. And then they're going to run into, the fact that Luna is this close to all-time highs, if I'm big money and I know the market environment that we're currently in, of course we're going to see, Luna push to a new all-time high. It's just a question of timing. So as long as there's no red flags in Bitcoin, absolutely feel that Luna is going to hit a new all-time high here again sooner rather than later. And watch for the Luna BTC pairing. Certainly making a move today, but need to confirm a weekly higher low is set. And if this is a bull flag, Luna is going to see a powerful new all-time high. If it's not a bull flag and just sets a lower high, we can still see an all-time high. It just won't be as powerful. XRP had my attention for a while. I was watching this, and it broke bear. And then we back tested and potentially rejecting from it. It was just a rising wedge here. So keeping an eye on that. Have to regain the daily uptrend on the BTC pairing. Bigger picture. I like XRP monthly equilibrium. Very clear. There's a few coins that have this, and it's beautiful for its clarity. Lower high, higher low. We're going to look for another lower high here. Again, Bitcoin may give us a monthly lower high. So XRP, we can go another 50%. Nah, not that much. We can go 30% and still be looking for a monthly lower high. So just keeping that possibility on the table that we keep tightening up. Because anything under 142 is just a monthly lower high. But I love this clarity. Trying to think off the top of my head, the other coin that is in a monthly equilibrium as well. I'm forgetting which it is. There was one that I used to watch often. LTC, BTC, I don't care about it if it's in a weekly downtrend. If we keep setting a weekly lower high every single time we bounce, I don't care about it. So on this current bounce, if we do not get over 3246, nothing is changing. We rejected from the weekly EMA 12 last bounce attempt, and we're currently struggling there as well. So the day that the weekly lower highs break, I'll pay attention. But every single bounce over the last almost a year is giving us weekly lower highs. SHIB had a good day today or yesterday? Today. I don't like that I can't look at the SHIB BTC chart unless they fixed it. Nope. Can't do that math with a coin so small. Daily, nice little tightening range, broke bull. Monthly, higher low, trying to be set. Weekly, 352 is very key here. Get over 352, it's a confident monthly higher low, but again, tons of space for the monthly lower high to be the result of this move. Keep that in the back of your mind. Keep that as a part of the game plan. BNB, trying for a monthly higher low as well, but just weakness. Bulls are not proving anything. When's the last time we saw a convincing daily uptrend with a higher low and higher high? It's been a long time. It's been over a month. So weekly is just in slow fade mode. Have to see a daily uptrend. Have to confirm a daily trend change for the last 3 months of pullback here to shift on the BTC pairing. I don't know if there's an LRC GME correlation. I would say no. Just looking at 4 days of consolidation, granted 2 of those were over the weekend, but GME has no consolidation. It's just straight up. Link, haven't looked at Link in a while. So Link, BTC, weekly bounce, nothing special about it. Could be a bear flag still. Link is not getting attention. And again, I just don't see a setup that I like here on the BTC pairing to show me that it's going to gain significant strength against Bitcoin. It has been gaining strength against Bitcoin the last 2 weeks, yes, but at the moment it's a potential bear flag. I would need a big enough weekly bounce to then scout a weekly trend change attempt. Ape Bulls had a break recently. They've got a nice uptrend. Burdens on bears here. Daily bull flag. So higher low set, 12.24. 4-hour uptrend. Short-term guide. And trying to get back to that all-time high, at least on Coinbase, at 18.20. The big vote of confidence for the bulls here. This is your standard equilibrium setup. Low, high, massive pullback. No to be scouting a lower high. Normally, you look for this, for continued equilibrium. The fact that the bulls pulled out a bull flag into a quick 4-hour inverse head and shoulders. So the 4-hour changed its trend, with a lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. There's your 4-hour trend change to set the daily high or low, and then see continuation. Any coin that has a close proximity to all-time highs, pay extra attention because big money can get more bang for their buck pushing that coin. If I'm trying to push Link, how many bag holders are in Link right now? I got to work through all this price action from bag holders. And the mindset of a bag holder, if I'm in at $28 and I don't know anything about trading or technical analysis, and I'm down 50%, and then it gets back to my level, I'm selling. Give me my money back. I made a terrible mistake. Thanks for the second chance. But if you're with a coin that's in all-time highs, it is so much easier to push that price through like butter and get significant follow through. So Luna, extra attention. Ape, extra attention. When you're in this euphoria market environment, all-time highs is the best place to be. All right, I got to wrap it up. I'm going to do a stock live stream here to close out the trading day. I appreciate you all tuning in. TraderPro.com, free month. Why not? Can't hurt. Check it out. Play around. Find your favorite alerts. Put the coins in you want to follow. And I hope it helps you profit. Do good things out there. Thanks for tuning in.